It's Jessica Collins here from forestbathingcentral.com, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about sit spots and what they're all about, why I need one, how to find one, that type of thing. And I am coming to you from my own sit spot in my backyard. I have my husband mow this little patch. It's like in the back corner of our lot behind our house. And as you can see, there is a huge, beautiful field and hill behind me here. There's a field next to me, and you can hear, I don't know if you can hear all the birds and all the like frogs, and I hear an owl every once in a while and woodpeckers. So anyway, this is my favorite spot, and I just wanted to talk to you today about finding your own sit spot and why. So first, I just want to say this is not like, there shouldn't be a whole production behind this. It's not like a science. It's just find a place that you like to sit in nature and that you can stay a while. Some place that I guess maybe calls to you, looks comfortable, doesn't look scary or intimidating or anything, and where you want to hang out. So that's why I like this back corner of our lot, because sometimes I can sneak out here without the kids noticing that I'm here, and because it's like way in the back. So sometimes I'll just tell my husband, hey, I'm headed out to the backyard, and then I sneak out here, and if the kids find me, they find me, but most of the time they can't find me for a little while. So that's what I like about my spot. So that would probably be my first tip, is to find somewhere secluded that people aren't gonna find you. Now, my family is okay, but if I were doing this like in a forest, I wouldn't want to pick somewhere that's highly trafficked, because that can just ruin the mood of the whole thing. So I would find somewhere that's a little bit secluded, just maybe a little off the path so you don't get lost, but nobody's really gonna bother you. Just a place where you can sit and relax uninhibited from anything. So because it's my yard, so I'm not gonna have strangers, and it's way in the back, so it's secluded, and it's a really great place to hang out in nature. You should have a sit spot in your yard. I think that's probably one of the main points that I would make, is you should have one in your yard. Now you can find more sit spots elsewhere, like find one in each of the forests that you visit all the time, or your favorite nature areas. Find a spot in each one of those. It's great to have a connection to each place that you really love, but definitely have one at home, so that even if you can't make it to the woods, even if you can't make it forest bathing, you can still get out into your backyard and experience nature and be in nature for a little while. So that's what I love about having this spot for myself, because even if I don't leave the house, which happens as a freelancer quite often, at least I have this spot that I can come to and be in nature. And the sky, I mean, you should see the clouds. I think you can see some of them in the picture, but they're really gorgeous. The sun is out. Like I said, I can hear all the birds. I can see lots of wildlife, lots of flowers and wood and that kind of thing around me. So that's why I really love this spot. Now, the next thing I would talk about is what to bring. And this is another thing, don't make a production of your sit spot. You don't need to bring anything. Like, really, you don't need anything. But there are a few things that can make it a little easier. I am sitting on a blanket. Like, bring a cover, a seat cover or something. Even just a plastic bag in case if your favorite sit spot is a log or something, you can place the plastic bag over this log in case it's wet or damp. So the blanket I'm sitting on has fabric on one side and like a vinyl on the other side, so that it's comfortable on the side I'm sitting on, but the other side, if the ground is wet, it won't get me wet at all. So polyester jacket or something that you can throw over whatever you're gonna sit on, just in case it's damp. But you certainly don't need one. You can find somewhere that's dry, or you can just get wet and deal with it. No big deal. So that's just one thing that I might bring along if I were going to. I also, just like any forest bathing trip, I would maybe bring your journal with you. My spot, I like to do like my daily devotions, reading, journaling. That's why I have my journal with me. It's just a great place to pray or meditate. Those are the types of things that you would do in your sit spot, as well as nature bathing exercises. So bring whatever you need with you to do those things, like my pen is stuck in the pages here, and my journal. I really love this journal. It's so pretty. So that's my journal currently. I also brought my forest bathing guide. So I have this on my website, and I'll post a link below for you. But I brought this along, and I would bring along like there's journaling pages and field notes in there to take along with you. But I brought the whole book, like with all the exercises in it, so that I can just read through this while I'm out here. So if you're going to be doing an exercise, you want to bring along whatever book or guide or notes you need to bring along for that. Other than that, I am not even wearing shoes. Like, you don't need a bunch of things to do this. I love taking my shoes off in my sit spot, sitting on the blanket but keeping my feet in the grass. Like, that's just my favorite way to be. It's grounding. There's studies about earthing and how good it is for your body, and just the like textural experience, just grounding. I really love just having bare feet, and most of the time you'll find me at my house walking around barefoot because of that. So, like, you don't even need shoes. Don't overthink it. Just find a spot and sit down and do whatever you brought along with you. Which brings me to my next point is, what do you do in your sit spot? And I've already talked about prayer, devotions, meditation, that type of thing. Now, as far as forest bathing is concerned, this is a really great spot to do your exercises. If you can't get to the woods, or maybe you have woods in your yard, we have a little stretch of trees on the other side, but it's a really great place to practice. It's a great place to, like I said, meditate. So you could do a nature-based meditation in your sit spot. I also did a guest post for the National Association of Forest Bathing, which I will also post in the link below. It's an actual sit spot meditation that you can do with a journaling prompt sheet and examples to help you work through that. So that's kind of a fun thing. I did earth, air, water, and fire, the 4 earth elements, a meditation on that. So it's kind of a cool way to get into your area. I would just say, find a spot that calls to you. Use it often, especially when the weather is nice. I try to get out here as often as I can to use my spot. Another tip for you is to keep your spot kind of clear. So if you're using public land, obviously you're just kind of at the mercy of however the last person or however the weather left your spot. But in your own backyard, my husband mows this spot for me. He knows that I like coming back here, so he specifically mows this little tiny stretch for me. Clear it of all the prickers. You'd want to just clear it of anything that could be harmful, or that you could accidentally step on and hurt yourself. You know, if your pets go on that area, make sure it's clean. So just a little preparation to make sure that your spot is ready for you. So I really hope this video gives you some inspiration on finding a sit spot, what to use your sit spot for, what it is. I hope that what it is and the meaning behind it comes across in this video for you. And it takes away some of the questions you had. Oh, what's a sit spot? What does that mean? It sounds really fancy. It doesn't have to be. So I hope this video has cleared some of that up for you. So again, this is Jessica Collins from forestbathingcentral.com, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.